Hi, my name is Dr. Fawn McNeil-Haber, and I'm a licensed clinical psychologist and clinical director at Brave Mind Psychological Services in Scotch Plains, New Jersey. Today, I'm here to tell you how to prep your environment for online therapy. First, I want to talk to you about some of the unique advantages and disadvantages of online therapy. Some of the advantages include more flexibility in scheduling, more convenience, being able to be in your own environment during your therapy session. Some people talk about being behind a computer has helped them open up a little more than it might do face to face. Also, online therapy, you're less likely to run into somebody coming to your therapy or leaving your therapy because it's all in your own space. Some of the disadvantages include the fact that it's subject to technology, and sometimes technology fails. And we have to take that into account when we're prepping our environment and during the course of the session. Also, with online therapy, it can be more difficult to read body language. So you don't get to see the whole person. There are parts that are missing. You can't see legs or feet tapping or subtle twitches, which can keep from conveying the entirety of how a person is feeling. Also, online therapy isn't necessarily the best treatment in a crisis. So, to set yourself up for success, I'm going to give you 11 ways to prep your online therapy space. First, have the technology you need. You need a laptop or a tablet or a desktop or maybe a phone. There needs to be a camera so your therapist can see you. There needs to be a mic so your therapist can hear you. And you're going to need to have a fairly fast Wi-Fi or Ethernet connection. You don't want to use your employer's laptop. You don't want to use your employer's Wi-Fi connection because employers typically are able to gain access to anything on their system, anything on their devices. So it can impede your confidentiality. This is also true for using public devices as well as public Wi-Fi. Number 2, you want to find a space, a private space, preferably one with a door that you can close and can lock, so you don't get unexpected kids, partners, roommates walking in on your therapy session. Next, you want to create some additional privacy. I think of it as noisy privacy. You can use a white noise machine. You can download a white noise app onto your phone in order to create that noise. You want to put this outside the door so those that are outside cannot hear what's happening inside the room. Sometimes people will use devices like Alexa or Google Home. These devices are great to have ocean sounds or something playing. You just have to always remember to cut off the mic so that your devices in your house aren't listening in on your therapy session. And this is true for all your devices, Nest devices, any devices, security devices that you might have that could listen in. Number 4, consider wearing headphones or earphones. They don't have to be a particularly expensive type, just something that makes the audio nice and clear for you, and that way, only really one side of the conversation can even be heard. It's even an extra layer of privacy. Number 5, take the time to transition into therapy. So, I don't suggest running at the last minute, jumping in your seat, and trying to figure out how to get your link to connect. Give yourself a good 15 minutes beforehand in order to settle in to preparing yourself both mentally and from a technology perspective for the therapy session. Before you even sit down, though, make sure your browser's up to date earlier in the day. Clear any cache or even reboot your machine so that the memory's clear and ready for your session later. Don't reboot your machine right before your session in case the computer decides to install something and won't finish the reboot by the time your session begins. So you're there 15 minutes ahead of time. You want to get connected. You want to settle into the space. You want to make sure that you've informed other people in the household that this is your private time. You will not be available for the next hour. Sometimes it's nice to have family members go take a walk, go take a drive, go somewhere else for that span of time so you can really feel like you have the privacy that you need. Also, think about kind of the mental transition that you need. If you're doing work and thinking of a project right before your therapy session, you want to make some time to put that away and transition into what you'll be talking about. Then you want to silence your cell phone, flip it over so you won't be getting those notifications about this person or that person. Number 6, consider your lighting. It's really important in online therapy for your therapist to be able to see your face and even some of your body in order to get a sense of what you're feeling and how you're experiencing both the things that you're sharing with the therapist as well as the therapy session. So you want light that really highlights your face and doesn't make you look kind of a dark, scary version of yourself. You want to consider whether there's a lot of light coming from behind you, because if you're sitting in front of a window and light's coming in from behind you, it will suck all the light out from in front of your face and it'll be very hard to see you. So you want light in front of you, preferably from both directions so your face can be seen and even some of your body. You also want to consider number 7, your face. The therapist can actually see your face as opposed to as opposed to seeing just from the nose down or from the forehead up or even that position of from below, kind of the up your nose shot. So you want to make sure you have that eye-to-eye contact with the camera. Number 8, your background. Your therapist doesn't care about your messy house, and your therapist doesn't care about your beautiful wall coverings. Your therapist only cares about you. Number 9, clothing, not optional. Shirts, shorts, everything. Next, number 10, consider how to enhance your space. One of the advantages of online therapy is you're in the comfort of your own space. So consider whatever non-alcoholic beverage you may like. A nice warm cup of tea, a nice cup of coffee, some lemonade. What will make you feel good and be soothing for you? Another thing that can be soothing and add to your experience is maybe if you like something else like essential oils, you can turn on your diffuser. You can create the scents and smells that are pleasing to you and help you relax into the session. Another thing you can do, you can grab your favorite fuzzy slippers, put them on your feet, put a blanket over your legs, get comfortable. Skip any alcohol or mood-altering substances because they can interfere with getting the most out of the therapy section. Finally, number 11, consider how you transition back into your reality. So when your therapy session is over, you may want to give yourself a few minutes to kind of mentally prepare yourself, put away the things you were talking with your therapist about, and transition back into whatever you're going to be doing in your day-to-day. Anyway, I hope that this helps you think about how to prepare your online space for therapy. And if this resonates with you or you think someone else might like it, feel free to share it or visit us at bravemindsnj.com. Thanks.